Welcome to the Road to Dopey podcast, episode number 4. We're on 4 already, 4 weeks in. Welcome to the show with me, Jason.
And me, Stewart. We're back. We made it to 4 weeks, 1 month down the line.
Indeed, 1 month closer to Florida. It's getting scarier and scarier as we go. Quick recap, I guess, just about what this is all about. So Road to Dopey is Stewart and I, a.k.a. the Running Geeks. And we just want to talk to you for about 45 minutes to an hour, once a week, just about running in general, just training, and just all the kind of the fun social stuff that we do around running. But up until January, we're going to be talking primarily about Dopey Challenge. It's going to be our first one. So it's going to be all about training, the stuff that we're doing in the build-up to it, travel arrangements, nutrition, all that kind of good stuff. We have guests on, and we just like to talk, really. So, and answer your questions as well. Have you missed anything?
Yeah, I don't think you've missed anything. We should say that we're hoping to get as many viewers as possible from all different challenges. You know, not just the Dopey Challenge, but from the 5K people, 10K, half and full, and Goofy as well. They're all included, and everybody has a different challenge. Question is, what's your challenge?
Good point. So, as is the law on Road to Dopey podcast, it's what running t-shirt are you wearing tonight? So, Stuart, tell us about your t-shirt.
This t-shirt was meant to be my pride and joy. The marathon t-shirt from this year. But I don't like the design. I've never liked the design. You can hardly see it. It's a terrible design. But we'll be talking a bit more about t-shirts coming up for the Run Disney World Marathon Weekend t-shirts coming up. What are you wearing there, Jason?
Well, I haven't got a running t-shirt on today. I'm actually in, just a jumper that I use as a PJs, Vegan Power.
Jumper? It's more like a duvet.
It's getting to that time of year where it's getting cold and it's jumpers. I've actually got my alarm has been set for 4:45 a.m. tomorrow morning to get a bike ride in before work. So. As soon as we press stop on this, I'm going to bed. So that's why I'm not in running gear this evening.
Fair enough.
So, on to the countdown. Stuart, how long have we got to go?
Dare I say it, there are only 83 days left now until the Expo. 83 days. That's coming quicker and quicker.
That is getting really, really soon, actually, isn't it? It's... In fact, actually, there you go. There's the countdown. 83 days, 1 hour, 45 minutes, and not 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are making me feel sick. As you can see there, the numbers say that the marathon is actually 98% sold out. So if you just joined the podcast and you're interested in running the marathon, you can do that. It's 98% sold out, so there's still 2% chance that you can get in.
Yeah, and I think
everything else is sold out.
There was some people talking on the Dopey group on Facebook this week actually about signing up. They'd left it and didn't think they were going to get in, and they were surprised to find that they could still book in. So if you still wanting to run the marathon, that option still exists. But in fact, unfortunately, all of the races are sold out.
Yeah, I think it's quite late for it not to be sold out. 98% is bloody brilliant for a race that takes place in like 12 weeks, is it now? Yeah. 11 weeks?
12 weeks or so.
That's pretty damn good going, but I'm sure this time last year it was 100% sold out. But as you can also see from there, the pasta in the park is not doing so well at 1% sold out.
1%, so you can see that there. So Stuart, give me your theory on pasta in the park. Why are people not signing up to pasta in the park?
Well, does anyone really want to go and have a pasta dinner in the park at about $90? I'm not exactly sure what the price is, but it's $90 the night before. You really want to go on carb load in the middle of a park and then have to haul your arse back to your hotel. You're better off just having a nice meal in your hotel, or go to a less busy restaurant and take it easy the day before. I know I will.
It's definitely worrying that it's only at 1%, because if you were Run Disney, you would be looking at that as to say, I think we're going to stop doing pasta in the park.
Well, maybe it's one of them things that people decide to book later on.
I don't think I've ever seen it at 1%, unless it's just that it hasn't got a cap and it's unlimited bookings. But
well, maybe they've extended it. And there are unlimited guests.
Stranger things have happened.
Let's move on to this week's news.
This week's news. So, what's happened this week, Stu?
Well, I guess we should congratulate Sean Astin, the Run Disney ambassador, who is now an Ironman.
That's pretty incredible. So, for those who don't know, Stuart, tell us how far an Ironman is and what you have to do.
Ooh, the pressure. There he is. Sean Astin, the famous actor from the Goonies. He is basically one of Jason's favourite films. Yeah, he's also been in quite a few other films. What's his most famous film? Lord of the Rings.
Right.
And there are a few others. Toy Soldiers, War of the Roses. Anyway, he's a Run Disney ambassador. Lots of the regular runners will have seen him at the Run Disney Expo. Yeah, so he did a 2.4 mile swim, a 112-mile bicycle ride, and a marathon in 15 hours, 30 minutes, and 31 seconds. That's pretty amazing.
It's not bad going. He's got his actual individual times there. So 1 hour 45 swim, 7 hour 11 cycle, and 6 hour 6 minute marathon. So I'm not sure what his marathon times normally are at Disney events. Do you have any recollection on that, Stu?
I think he's quicker than me.
Not today, he wasn't.
Cheeky. I think he's like 4:30, 4:40.
Yeah.
However, this probably does bear well that we might see him in January. He's obviously fit and ready. I did see him at the LA half, and I did ask him if he was doing Dopey, and he was a little bit unsure.
Well, I think if he can do an Ironman, he can do anything he wants. That's pretty incredible. And what's this chant of Rudy that's been shouted at him? What's Rudy all about?
I'm assuming that's the name of his most famous character. I can't confess to having seen The Lord of the Rings because I haven't.
Rudy Star? I don't know. I'm sure that's not his name in the Goonies. I could end up looking very silly here, but I'm pretty sure.
No, it must be his name in The Lord of the Rings.
No, he's Samwise Gamgee.
I don't know. I've never seen that film. It's too long and fantasy and brown. Just wrong.
It's a very, very good use of 16 hours.
It just seems so green and dull, and you know, it's not for me.
How ironic that Sean Astin completed the Ironman quicker than it would take to watch the extended versions of Lord of the Rings.
It would with my pee breaks.
Because anyway, with your pee breaks, it'd be a 24-hour job. So yeah, but well done, Sean Astin. That's
well done, Sean. if you're watching, we would love to have you on the show.
Yes,
Also this week, the Run Disney Avengers Half Marathon Infinity Gauntlet Challenge. That's quite a goal. The medal was officially unveiled this week. Can we have a picture of that? Yeah. What do you think of that, Jason? Hideous.
I'm not really sure what to say about that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the Avengers medal. So I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor here. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, you definitely can't see the mouse cursor. But the half marathon medal is exactly the same as it was for the first year.
However, the ribbon is slightly different colour and it doesn't say inaugural.
Correct, but the design is exactly the same. Still no sign of Iron Man on there.
There will never be an Iron Man on there unless they put Sean Astin's face. Iron Man is a trademark that they will never allow.
I like this Captain America 10K medal. I think that's really nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Jason and I did Avengers last year.
Okay.
Jason's first Run Disney event. Only so far.
This glove, this gold glove, with these weird coloured beads on there.
We should explain to the podcast listeners that it's like a golden glove with what looks like jelly babies off for nails.
Jelly beans, yeah, it's got jelly beans on the knuckles.
Jelly beans for nails. It's really quite hideous, and I think the designer was having an off day.
I think the designer was smoking something that day.
I think I might defer my challenge entry if the medals start to look like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing Dopey for medals, and if my Dopey medal looks like that, I could buy myself 12 months. I think I'd be on board with that.
Well, if you're actually watching this live, you can tweet us at Run Stewart and let us know what you think of those medals. That's Run Stewart, STEWART.
Indeed.
So, speaking of medals, what are we actually hoping for from this year?
From the Dopey medals, wow. Okay. I like spinners, so I think I'd definitely like to get 2 spinners.
I'm afraid that's probably not going to happen, given the fact that they save spinners for anniversary years.
Yeah, I know, but even still, Avengers is a spinner again this year.
Well, Caitlin did say that she thought that the Goofy Challenge was a
Goofy
anniversary.
It is, yeah. Goofy's an anniversary this year, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, hopefully that might be this. Are you sure? I think the Goofy was the spinner last year.
No, I think so. We can find out.
Or was it the 10K? One of them was a spinner. There was definitely anniversary last year. I've got my medals from last year quite here. So let's start off with the 10. I only did the 10 only. I did the 10 and the half last year. So that.
Oh no! So sorry. Just to jump back really quickly. Last year was the 10th Goofy. Let me just do a screen share on this. Sorry, guys.
I knew it was a spinner last year. I wasn't sure whether it was for the half or is it for Goofy?
It's for Goofy. There you go.
Yeah. Oops. So that definitely won't be spinning on your neck this year.
No. So it's the 11th Goofy challenge this year.
Afraid that is going to be a regular non-spinning medal then.
Yeah. So I think any spinner will do me. So but a spinner would be great.
Have to put it around your neck and go.
Yeah, I have to spin it myself.
So back to what I was saying. Yeah. So this, for those that can see, is the 10K, which has Minnie Mouse on it. It's slightly smaller than the marathon one, but equally as impressive. They're both pretty big. I mean, the 10K one would be pretty amazing for a regular English marathon. Would you not agree?
Absolutely. I think, compared to what we usually get over here, I think the rock and roll races over here give you some pretty impressive medals. But other than that, the medals that you get in the UK are quite poor, really, compared to what you get from Disney.
And the marathon is big and gold, and it's everything that you should really expect from a marathon medal. So how are they going to mix this up and make it different? I have no idea, but it looks like they're probably going to do a complete redesign. I hope they, well, whatever they do, I hope I like it.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
The year before, what they did was it was exactly the same medal, but without the cutouts.
Yeah.
And the year before that was the medal.
The double spinner.
The double spinner.
Yeah, that was the one.
20th anniversary.
Yeah, that was the one.
That is the best medal of all time. You can't get a better honour than that unless you won an Oscar.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, the ribbons on these medals are an indication of the shirt designs. So we're going to be getting 6 shirts, 6 t-shirts. No, 6 long sleeve. No, 5 long sleeves and 1 t-shirt. The 5K is a t-shirt.
I would definitely like to see more short sleeve shirts. So long sleeves are a bit, I don't know. I mean, you've got your sleeves rolled up at the minute, so you can't really tell. But I think long sleeves, unless they've got like a tight cuff bottom, I do struggle with them a little bit. So yeah, I think I'd definitely like to see more short sleeves, but I don't think I'll get that.
Well, no, because you can buy them from the expo.
Yeah,
pretty much what they're hoping we will do, and people do.
Yeah, they're about $50 as well, aren't they? They're not cheap.
Between $40 and $50 for a tech t-shirt. Yeah.
The one thing I always buy from the expos is the little Kubrick Mickey Mouse figure.
Him.
Yeah, those guys.
You'll be getting a new one of them then next year.
Indeed.
So that's t-shirts done. Hopefully we'll be seeing the medals though before that.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I think
this week. It's got to be. How many more weeks can we be doing this podcast and talking about the medals?
It definitely could be sort of the next few days. I think I'd be surprised if we record the next episode of this and we're still not seeing.
Well, it could go all the way to the wine and dine, which is what, in 3 weeks' time?
Yeah.
The 5th of November week. So it's not that far. 3 weeks tops, and it'll definitely be there.
They'll be at the expo, won't they?
Yeah. They'll probably Disney will probably put it on their Instagram first.
Yeah.
And you'll probably see loads of people at the expo showing pictures because it'll be on their stand.
Their Instagram is at Run Disney, isn't it?
Yep. And mine is at Stewart Anthony.
It is. It is.
And yours is at the Jason Hearn. Yeah. More than happy to accept your following / stalking.
Good.
So let's move on to training.
Yes.
How's it been going this week?
So I've pulled up my Strava, so I'll take you through what I've been up to this week. And the answer really is not that much. So yeah, last week after we recorded it on the Wednesday, I did a bike ride on the Thursday, and then did nothing really then until Monday. So Monday, you can see I did quite a lot. So I had 2 bike rides on Monday and an hour run. And then I did another sort of 50-minute run yesterday. And I've done a fair old bit of cycling today. So run-wise, not a lot really this week. This has been like the rest week in between the long run weeks. So this coming weekend is long run weekend. so 40 miles. I've got a long bike ride planned for tomorrow. Cycling to work on Friday, which is another long ride. And then Saturday as well. So this week will be a very active week, and then next week will be a rest week. So that you can see here from these Strava lines that big week, rest week, big week, rest week, and that's how I'll be playing the training game. How about you, Stuart?
Well, I don't cycle. So this week I did track for the very first time on Thursday.
Amazing. How did you find it?
I have a love/hate relationship with it. I feel like I'm going nowhere.
Track is painful whilst you're doing it, and doesn't feel like much fun until you've finished. And then when you've finished, it feels so much more rewarding than road running for some reason.
It was literally 23 laps of the track, which was actually super boring.
23 laps of misery?
Sorry?
23 laps of misery?
23. Let's not forget that last one, which was done barefoot, I might add, as a cool down. I enjoy it.
You've always got to finish with shoes off lap. That's them the rules.
Is that the rule?
That's the rule.
Yeah, well, as it's getting closer to winter, I think my shoes will be staying on, and hopefully my feet too. So that was Thursday. Saturday, I did a 5K event park run. My time was a bit crap. I set off too quick and kind of exhausted myself too soon. I lost the mind too soon, and my feet gave in. But I ended up with 27 minutes, which was not too bad, I guess. There's lots of people that would be happy with that.
You have run a lot the last week or so. I think coming from an injury and coming from not being able to run at all, it feels like the last week or so you've managed to run quite a lot. So you've probably got a little bit of fatigue built up there as well.
Yeah, I've definitely got tight calves at the moment. They were really painful on Sunday when I did my 10K, which was an out and back. It was very boring, and I had to do that on my own. I didn't even have an iPod. So that was...
Yeah, I've not had music. So I've not had music since May. So I had the Monster in-ear Victory earphones, and the microphone piece had broken. The buttons had come off, and the microphone had stopped working. So I sent it back to Monster, who said, "Yeah, fine, not a problem. We'll replace it for you straight away." It's now October. I actually got an email from them today, oddly enough, saying that the replacement headphones have been sent out to them. So in the next couple of weeks, I should have music.
Hallelujah.
Dude. So it's been a while, a long time.
You could have just bought a new pair.
Principle.
I'm glad to know that you have some.
Well, I didn't pay that much for them. I got them cheap on offer at an airport, but they're £120 pair of earphones. So like in dollars, you're talking $180, $190 worth of earphones, and I had them for maybe 2 months before they just fell apart.
That's not good, considering I've got a very similar pair and had them. Actually, I've rusted mine.
Yeah, so be warned if you're thinking about buying Monster stuff. The audio quality is phenomenal, and the stay-in power when you're running is also phenomenal. Like the build quality leaves something to be desired.
But staying in the ear is the most important thing in my.
Yeah, Absolutely. But the customer service was crap as well. I think the the other headphones that I've tested was the earbuds. So that earbuds, YURBUDS, earbuds, they seem quite popular. And I remember last year when we was in Dublin and we was at the expo in Dublin, and the,
Yes,
the,
I remember this.
the lady says to me, she says, "Oh, they don't come out. They're perfect. They stay in everyone's ears." And I'm kind of like there with my bank card. I'm thinking, if you can put those earphones in my ears and they don't come out, like take my cash. Like the meme with that take the cash. It was one of
Money, take my money.
yeah, absolutely. So that this woman, she cleans his earphones. She's like full of confidence. She sticks them in my ears. She gives the cable a real gentle tug, and they just go flying, completely flying. And she just kind of went, yeah, there's like 1% of people who they don't work, and she just walked off. So your buds, no good
With Jason's ears.
with my big ears,
Not endorsed by Jason's ears.
indeed. So hot topics of the week. Hot topic of the week.
Hey, we've missed out the run that we did last night.
Did we? Oh, let's go back.
Yes, which was a 5 mile.
5 miles, 8K.
It did feel like it was uphill both ways.
It felt like a lot of uphill.
It never felt like it was any downhill, really. It just felt uphill the whole time.
Yeah, it's definitely a route that I think it works a little better the opposite way around. It feels faster the opposite way around.
Well, we will try that maybe another time.
Yeah,
so that brings us to what we'll be doing for the rest of the week. So for me, tomorrow is Thursday again, which means back to the track. Saturday, a park run, and Sunday, we'll be running together for our long run. Well, where are we going? How long?
14 miles.
Sorry, say that again. I think you said 4 miles.
Yeah, 4 plus 10.
Not very good with arithmetic. Is that 5?
Yeah, and we definitely, it's a long way. It's a long way. And when you look at it in kilometers, which is how I work, it's even further. So
14 miles. Okay, well, how much is that in kilometers?
Top of my head, it is 22.65.
Should we trust him, or should I ask Siri?
Ask Siri.
I'm not sure I understand.
Shh. Convert 14 miles into kilometers.
That would be 22.53 kilometers.
Oh,
2.53.
oh, so close, so close.
So close, but no biscuit.
120 meters out. Not bad. Not bad.
So remember that, because I like to be very precise when I run.
Yeah, I will. I'll remember that.
Yeah, so do we have a route planned, or are we going to wing it? Or
I did say I'd plan the route this week, didn't I? Because you did the last one. So I haven't done one yet, but I will do one before Friday.
do you want to do one, or do you want to pass it over to me?
No, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna find a nice flat one. So we'll.
Flat would be good, and preferably clean roads.
Yeah, nice roads away from the smackheads.
Yeah, I'm going to be running in my new trainers, which hopefully will be arriving tomorrow. Sneakers, the Hoka Cliftons. So Clifton 2. So hopefully I'll get them tomorrow, and I will review them for next week's show.
Yeah.
Should I be doing a 14-mile run in a brand new pair of shoes?
No.
Well,
No. If you do get them, you should definitely run your part running them first to make sure that you're happy with them.
right. Maybe we could do a run which involved coming back to my compartment
halfway around. Yeah,
to swap them if necessary.
yeah, not a bad idea. I found when I first switched to Hokers, I found that I had to tighten them tighter than I'd ever tied a shoe before. It was a really strange experience how tight I had to physically pull them for them to be even remotely comfortable.
Really, I'm not liking the sound of that.
It was fine once you get the hang of it and once you get used to it. It's completely fine. But it's just a really like unique experience having to pull the shoe so tight.
Really, I like my laces as loose as my morals.
See how you get on. I think it made with the models. So I posted a video review of the Hokers that I've got a while ago, and there for some reason in there, and I don't know why Hoker have done this, but the two widest parts of your foot, so kind of where your big toe is on the left, where the kind of the foot sticks out, and then the bottom of your little toe on the right hand side. For some reason, they've built seams right there. So the two contact points, the 2 points where your foot is actually touching the edge of the shoe, there's stitching. So
sounds painful.
yeah, it is. It's not fun at all, and it really rubs. And so if you've not got that shoe cinched up tight, so it's not going to move at all. You get quite a lot of irritation. But I think it's probably that model. I think it's model specific issue.
Maybe you need a thicker sock.
Yeah, maybe to go with the big thick soles.
So we've been discussing each week our training plan as the weeks have been progressing. Should we discuss what we're going to do this week? Or should we discuss what we're going to do on the 5K?
Sure, for race day. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for Dopey, the 5K. Yeah. So as you guys probably know, the 5K is not actually officially chip timed. Is that correct?
I believe so. I believe so. My understanding was that there's no chip timing at 5K, but I could be wrong.
Well, on the pictures, there are definitely digital clocks.
Yeah.
And the bibs are exactly the same, so they are going to have chips in them.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure how this works out. I think the corral placement might be further back. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone with a Dopey bib getting a corral A for 5K. I'd be amazed.
I don't think that anybody from Dopey does get a corral A placement. But I could be wrong.
I think we'll be, yeah, I mean, when we talked about last week about the predicted finish times, and my predicted marathon finish, I think it was 3:40, I think it was, or something like that.
I can only dream.
Yeah, but I certainly won't be running a 3:40. But yeah, I would like to imagine that they're probably giving me a corral B, corral C. But I'll be running with Stewart in whatever corral. Well, not just Stewart, but Stewart and Lisa. I'll be running with those two in whatever corral we end up in.
Yeah, we should mention the fact that we're running with a few other people who we've not actually had on the podcast yet because they're a bit shy.
We'll get them on.
Two of them are particularly quick, and Lisa is quicker than me. But she is probably going to run with us for at least most of the races, probably not the marathon. But for the 5K, I think it would be kind of fun if we could dress up. What do you think?
I'll be definitely dressed up to a degree, but I think my dress up will be layers.
And warm.
Because it's going to be cold, man. It's going to be 5 o'clock in the morning.
It might not necessarily be cold.
Well, I'm going to be taking...
It's going to be cold for that 5K.
I'm going to be taking layers.
Might not be quite Anna and Elsa frozen like last year, but like what I did then.
Yeah, I did.
It will be quite nippy. In fact, I think it'll be kind of like English weather at that time.
Yeah.
Because Florida is so flat, and because you can get 0 cloud in the sky at night. It is literally freezing, but not freezing as in frost on your car, but bloody cold.
I'm expecting it to be real cold, like real cold.
Yeah. But the best part is you'll be warmed up by the time that you finished.
Well, fingers crossed, and then straight back to bed.
Correct.
That's my plan.
So the 5K, my typical 5K time is like 20, between 25 and 28, depending on how I'm pushing myself that day. On that day, I don't think we'll be going for anything near that.
No,
We just want to enjoy it, have fun, and take some pictures.
yeah, and we'll be chatting and meeting new people and all that kind of stuff. I think my 5K is 21, but again, I think probably maybe like a 35 to 38 minute 5K. I think we'll probably be doing. Would you agree? Maybe slower.
It depends how we set it out. If we're going to do a run walk or a walk or a run all out or for a bit.
I'm in my head. I'm kind of approaching the 5K as a gentle jog, just to like relax the legs and have a little chit chat to people on the way and have a bit of a laugh with people and get some GoPro footage and meet some new people. And
you have to actually buy a GoPro to get GoPro footage.
yeah,
have you purchased that GoPro yet?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm waiting for Black Friday.
Black Friday. Okay, well, you've got about 6 more weeks.
So patiently waiting.
So that's our discussion on the 5K. Next week, I guess we'll talk about the 10K.
Good idea. Let's do it.
I'm not too sure what the difference will be with regard to that, apart from like running time will probably be about double.
Double plus something.
Yes, so now onto some hot topics.
Topic of the week. You like that?
It's all right to take my hands off my ears.
The singer has stopped.
Yeah.
I used to sing. I used to be a singer. I used to sing in a band. Good.
I know you did.
I'm trying to find it.
You were a drummer.
No, I can't drum.
A guitarist?
Yeah, I can play guitar and I can well.
But your type of music, it's not really singing. It's more like Ozzy Osbourne type of singing.
More like Carcass than Ozzy Osbourne. But, look, amazing. Hang on. There we go.
You need a website. Why not?
Apparently, I need a website for Wix.com.
Yourself. With Wix, you can create your own professional.
I don't need a website from Wix.com because Stewart here is a master builder. So,
master builder / coder.
Yeah. Anyway, so listen. This is. That's the 15th one. Doesn't get a headache. Missed it more of it.
Okay, so at Halloween you'll be getting dressed up as Marilyn Manson.
Now you've all been deafened. Why is that not ended? There we go.
Speaking of Halloween, which is also coming up in 2 weeks.
It is. It's
On Saturday, are you going to come to Parkrun for a Halloween spook fest?
This Saturday or next Saturday?
2 weeks. Halloween.
Yeah, I think I could. I think I can make that.
We need to dress up.
Yeah.
We might be the only ones getting dressed up, but I think we should do it. Oh, Michael Sean might come dressed up as an adult baby again.
Well, I can either bring my Freddy glove. I have a real Freddy glove. It was made by the prop team who made the Freddy gloves from the first Nightmare on Elm Street film. So I can either bring my Freddy glove, or I could maybe bring Michael Myers mask.
I think you should probably bring your Michael Myers mask so that our outfits don't clash.
I could bring my Michael Myers mask
Don't do it all the way.
and a boiler suit, and I could just like stand in the trees and just like step out of the trees and scare people.
You don't need a boiler suit. You don't need a boiler suit to do that. Play them some of your music.
Yeah. Does anyone at Heaton have a heart condition though? Because I'm a bit scared. Because like if I'm hiding in a bush and then I just step out randomly, looking like Michael Myers with a big knife, I might get some of a heart attack. That's a bit worrying.
We should add that Jason is a bit of a horror fan. You might be able to tell this if you can see his poster above his head.
Look at that. Look at that. Can you see? There you go.
All family-friendly films there. Home Alone, Free Willy.
Well, let's have a look. What have we got? City of the Living Dead. The Beyond. House by the Cemetery. Street Trash. What else have we got? Fun House. That film was banned by accident. They didn't know that. Day of the Dead. Zombie Flesh Eaters. Dawn of the Dead. I can't see the rest of them. Anyway. There's a lot of dead.
Yes. Someone might have death issues.
There's a chance.
On to Hot Topics, which was where we kind of lost our track. So let's get back on track. So we've had a few questions that have come in this week. Would you like to go with the first one?
Sure, let me pull them questions up. Oh, my Google Docs is frozen. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. It's back. Wonderful. So, so the first question is about recording runs. So the question was, what platforms do we use for recording our runs? So I record my runs using this Garmin Phoenix 3, and I record my bike rides using Garmin Edge 500. I upload everything to Garmin, but don't actually use the Garmin website. It's terrible. It's not very good at all. But I upload everything to Garmin. I then all my data from Garmin gets transferred to two places. So it goes to Nike, and I store it on Nike just for old time's sake, from pre-Garmin days, and then Strava. And Strava is my preferred platform. I have Strava Premium. I like joining the Strava challenges. I quite like the social aspects of Strava. All in all, I think Strava probably gives you more than any of the other platforms, in my personal opinion.
Tell me something a bit more about these challenges and these, because I'm new to Strava.
Cool.
I only just joined about 6 weeks ago. I've been starting importing my stuff, and I've noticed those little trophy things.
You get trophies, so you need.
What are they?
Yeah, so you can earn a trophy as a free member of Strava. If you ever want to see your trophy, you need to be a premium member. But there are ways to get free premium for short periods of time. I'll let you find them out on Google. But yeah,
having lots of different Gmail accounts.
No. There's just loads of different places that offer a free 30-day trial or free 60-day trial. So you just get 60 days and then wait for it to end and then start again. But challenges are kind of split into two. So there are two elements to challenges. So one of them is Strava races. So It might be 5K, it might be 10K, it might be a half marathon. Sometimes it's a full marathon. That's for the running. You know, for the cycling, it could be like 120K. It might be a shorter distance. But they have Strava races. It's a virtual race.
So are these races or accumulative distances?
Well, they're races, so you have to do 10K or 5K or whatever in that, like in one go.
Yep.
And then every time you do 10K, it compares your time. So over the month, it will just register your best time for that run.
But I have seen ones where it's been accumulative.
So they're more the challenges. So they'll be like run as many miles as you can in a month, or there'll be like a climbing challenge. They always have climbing challenges for running and cycling, or they might be a how much can you do in 5 days? Or there was one last month in September. It was Berlin Marathon. So they had one for. It was, instead of asking people to run a marathon, it was like run a marathon, but in 4 days. So over a 4-day period of time, it cumulatively added up the distance to get you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, good. It's a nice motivation too.
So, is it worth going premium?
Premium.
Premium.
So, I'm premium, and the reason I'm premium is I've been using Strava for a while. Strava is helpful to me. I get a lot from it. And premium is £3.99 a month. So it's like $5. I'm quite happy to pay that money just to give back to the guys who develop the software and keep it stable. It's never down, and it always works, and it's always perfect. So I'm quite happy to do that. If you're a cyclist and you have a power meter, then you need Strava Premium. But otherwise, unless you kind of want to subscribe to it as like a thank you to developers to support the developers, I probably wouldn't waste your money. But that's my opinion.
I'm kind of curious to see what the difference is. As I said, I've not been on Strava for very long.
Not much. What they do, there's a nice little feature on there called heat maps, which you can get on Premium, which shows you the areas that you run and cycle the most, and then like they're hot, and then there's like cooler areas where you cycle occasionally. That's quite nice, just to sort of see where you go and just to help you branch out to some new areas. But it's not worth.
No.
The money just.
I think I'd like to see it just for the sake of seeing it. And as you said, there are some offers out there. A friend of mine, Ollie Rutson, was mentioning it because I actually asked him what the little badge next to his name was, because they do a little badge.
Yeah.
That means I'm a premium. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I've got one of those.
I didn't realise you were premium because the last time we spoke, you said that you weren't.
Yeah, and you can, with premium as well, you get access to premium gear. So you can buy like you can get like special cycling kit, which is like only for premium members and stuff like that.
And that's how they get you, which sounds very much like Disney type of thing.
Oh yeah.
100%. Like I said, just started using Strava for not very long now. I originally did have an account about 2 years ago, but never really imported my data to it. So I think I've been using it now properly for six weeks. Prior to that, I was using the Garmin Connect also, but mainly just the Nike Plus app, which has been my standard history.
Yeah, I said before, like all my old runs are there on Nike, so I feel like I have to keep putting my runs into Nike.
It's nice to have that definitive collection of runs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's nice to have all your history together, because I think with Strava, you're only going to have your starting point. So it's probably possible to get all your old stuff brought in, but it's probably quite difficult.
Yeah, the one thing that I like about the Nike Plus app was the Instagram feature. But I guess once you've done it quite a few times, it just get a little bit boring. They need to mix it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like we've got a friend, haven't we? Who's like quite arty. He's actually an art teacher. So, but he does the Nike Plus and then the Instagram piece. And they always look quite.
Talking about Mark.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah, Mark doesn't actually use Nike Plus. Mark uses the Nike Band.
What Mark does actually uses his Garmin, and then uploads his data onto Nike, and then through the Nike app, is able to post to Instagram.
Through the Nike Band app?
No, the Nike Plus app.
No.
Oh, is he doing it through the?
Yeah, what is that now defunct band called?
The Nike Fuel Band.
The Nike Fuel Band. There you go. That's an antique there.
It is. Still using it. For a while.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And I also use the, well, I've been doubling up recently since I got my Apple Watch. Been running with tech on both arms.
Indeed. Apple Watch and Garmin.
Yes. I'm going to try and use my Apple Watch as my iPod. So the next question is, and it's actually our last question for this show, running all out versus run walk.
Are we assuming that this means this is for Dopey?
It
Just,
didn't really say. It just kind of came as that.
well, I think it depends. So it depends on the situation. So if you train
Distance.
yeah, and the distance, yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you trained hard for, I don't know, let's say 4 to 6 months for a specific race and a specific goal, and you have a specific time in mind, then you're going to run all out, absolutely. If you're looking at the run from an injury prevention perspective, if you just wanted to enjoy it and get out there and have some fun with it, then run walk's really good. Last year, and Stewart, you had some injuries, and we did a little bit of run walk, didn't we, just to help keep you running and breaking it up with little walks. And I quite got into the habit of it. I quite enjoyed the little 30-second walks. It was quite good. I think people call it the Galloway method, don't they?
Yes, Jeff Galloway's run walk. And he's an advocate of it. He thinks that you actually end up with a quicker finishing time, no matter what your distance.
And I'm inclined to agree to some extent, depending on what type of runner you are. So, and depending on what kind of race times that you're running. So, if you're doing like sub 20-minute 5Ks or sub 40-minute 10Ks, run walk's probably not going to work. You're probably at a level where you should just carry on doing what you're doing. But
okay, let's not call it run walk, but like when you got your 5K PB, I remember you saying to me when you got to the top of that hill, you needed to pause because you had nothing left in the tank, and you.
Is this my part run one?
Yeah, your part run 5K PB.
So my part run 5K PB is slower than my 5K PB. My 5K PB in Liverpool, I stopped to walk.
But how long did you start to walk for? I'm imagining.
It was I probably walked for about 30, 35 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was the situation was it was much hotter than expected. It was a 5K, so I wasn't carrying fluid. There was no fluid on the course anywhere. I was expecting to go and take the race easy because we were doing a half marathon the day after. But I just felt strong, and so I just ran and I just ran pretty hard. But that meant that I got to it was about 3.5K in, and I couldn't breathe. I literally could not breathe. I couldn't breathe. I was that physically that dry. I just couldn't breathe. So I had to stop and walk. And I walked for maybe 30, 35 seconds.
That's pretty good going, though. I mean, I also did that race coming back from injury. I feel like I've just been injured the whole year. I have pretty much been injured since the marathon last year. But yeah, it was a flat surface, but it wasn't the best surface. It was cobbled a lot.
There was a lot of cobbles going on.
So I kind of think the break did you good. A little bit of a break does you good. So when we say run walk, as opposed to running all out, I would consider that a break, not a run walk, but not an all out.
Yeah,
had you not taken that little 30-second break, then you probably wouldn't have been able to power on through for the last however long it was.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I probably wouldn't. I think I'd have probably ended up
over at 4K.
Yeah, I'd have probably been in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah, and I would have ran past you at like 30 minutes going, ha ha.
Yeah, doing a Nelson.
Doing a Nelson.
But yeah, so but in terms of the question, I think run walk seems to work really well. The times that we've done it on training and whatnot, I've never had a bad experience with it. So give it a go.
Well, that's pretty much it for this week. What have we got lined up for next week?
So next week we talk about Paris. So the travel packages are now open. So we'll have a quick talk about that. Stewart will be reviewing some shoes. I will be reviewing an app. We have some guests. I'm not sure if they are top secret now or Stuart's going to share those with you.
Because we're on UK time and we are filming this like 10 p.m, which is 5 p.m. Florida time, is kind of a bit awkward. So I'm trying to get some guests in place, but I'm not going to commit to telling you who I've got until next week.
But if you're watching this and you'd like to join us, whether you've got stuff to share or you just fancy joining us for a chat, you're more than welcome. Just let us know. Just reach out to us in the usual ways. So you can comment on YouTube, comment on iTunes, and contact us on Twitter, Instagram, all those usual places, or via the website roadtodopey.com. Whichever way, all our links are down below on the YouTube comments. So
yeah, and if you want to come into the show and join us for a chat, you don't have to be on for the whole show. If you're not that confident, you can come in and we'll talk about your race history and give you like a brief 10-minute chat or 5-minute chat, depending on what you feel comfortable with. Or you can stay and join us with the full show. It's up to you. So get in touch if you want to join us, because we'd love to hear more from you guys out there.
Exactly. This is your show.
That is pretty much it for this week.
It is.
If you like us, then please like us, share, subscribe, comment. Follow us on Instagram. I'm at Stewart Anthony. You're at the Jason Hearn. We're both on Strava. All the links are going to be below. So next week we're going to be doing our 14-miler. So we'll report to you back from that. Until then, keep running.
And we'll see you next time. See you later.
Bye.